Welcome, my name is Ricky, and today we are starting another challenge run here in Fallout New Vegas, the random run. Not everything is going to be random, however, so let me explain what is and is not going to be randomized. So the first thing that I have randomized is my special, but I didn't actually use a mod to do it, so I will explain that when we get to the Vigor Tester. So the second thing we're randomizing is every single enemy's weapon. So I have a mod that randomizes all of the different human NPCs' weapons. It just grabs a weapon out of this leveled list this particular person created. So we'll be dealing with some significantly varied weaponry. And then finally, I'm also randomizing all of the speech checks using another mod. And in this case, I will be randomizing them from 0 to 100, and I'll talk about that when we get to it as well. So here's the real crux of this run. I have created a difficulty mod that makes the game a little bit kind of like Fallout 4 survival mode when it comes to difficulty. Enemies do more damage, but I also do more damage, so I am doing damage at a very easy level. I am doing twice as much damage as normal difficulty. However, all of my enemies are doing 3 times normal difficulty damage, which is actually a little bit more than very hard. If it gets too hard, I might change that. And then the final thing is that every single time we kill an enemy, we have to take their weapon. Sort of. If I kill a group of enemies, I have to take one of their weapons and start using it. So we're going to be constantly changing weapons in a random pattern. Hence, the random run. First thing we need to do is name our character. The other challenge run I did in this game and in Fallout 3, the character's name was Jesse, so it only seems fit that this character's name is James. So I'm gonna hit the random button, and I'm just gonna pick one I kind of like. Alright, fine. That's fine. I'm gonna change all the hair and stuff, but that's about as good as I think I'm gonna get. So, this has nothing to do with the challenge run, but the hairstyle choices in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are not my favorite. I'm just going to throw that one out there right now. Alright, fine. That's going to be as good as it's going to be. This is James. Vigor Tester machine time. So here's the thing. I tried to make a mod that would randomize my special, and it worked. Except for whatever reason, lately it's been acting up. It's been causing problems with other mods. So I got rid of it, and what I decided to do instead was actually get something that felt a little bit more random. Although the results aren't quite as random as maybe you might think. I took a D20, because I don't actually have a D7 or a D14 or a D21, nor do I know if those even exist. And since there are 7 special attributes, I took 1 through 7 and 8 through 14, and anything higher than that I just threw away, and I just started rolling 33 times. What you're seeing on the screen is literally when I did it, and I came up with this god-awful random special. It's actually not that bad, but it's also not great. So this is my special. 3 strength, 8 perception, 7 endurance, 7 charisma, 4 intelligence, 6 agility, and 5 luck. The thing I am most disappointed with is the luck being 5. Luck is a bummer, strength is a bummer, because that's 3 strength. But we'll be switching weapons so much that it may not really matter. Except for, of course, strength requirements for weapons. That's going to be a problem. So I actually genuinely thought about re-rolling this. I really did. I'm not going to, but I really did. And also, I thought, hey, well, at least I finally get to hear the perception thing that Doc Mitchell says. You know.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well,
there's no, I guess because it's only 8 perception. So my tag skills are medicine, science, and speech. Speech should be fairly obvious. Science, because, you know what, I'm probably going to need to recycle at least some energy cells. And medicine, because, you know, health. And my traits, good-natured and skilled, because why would you pick anything else? Not playing on hardcore mode, just in case anyone is wondering. And we have one more thing we need to do. Well, maybe more than one more thing. But we got to do one thing in here. Because you may be thinking, okay, we're going to take weapons off of enemy corpses. What about our first weapon? Well, that is where this duffel bag I put in here is. This is going to generate a random melee weapon out of all the melee weapons in the game. And that will be our first weapon. But don't get too attached to it, because you know I'm not gonna. Baseball bat from Gunrunner's Arsenal. Okay. We've talked about a lot of other stuff. What we haven't talked about is armor. This was initially going to be called the Naked Random Run. It wouldn't be naked, but I was going to wear just regular clothing. Yeah, no, not going to do that. Changed my mind very quickly about that. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be wearing this lightweight leather armor. I don't know what armor we're going to wear, and it may come to a point where I just start saying, all right, we're going to take the armor off of these people too. But that's not randomized, that's already generated. It's only the weapons that are being randomly generated. So I've put in here all of the rest of the courier stash crap that you get at the beginning of the game. I'm not going to sell any of it, unless I really need the caps, but it's unlikely I'm going to need the caps. And then I'm going to use this dumpster for all the other weapons that we pick up but don't use, or use and then can't use anymore because we had to pick up a new weapon. I'm going to try and avoid selling them because I feel like that might be not a great thing, but I am going to need ammo at some point. So let me talk a little bit about the rules in regards to special. I'm not going to be taking any of the intense training perks. I feel like that's a fair thing, but I also think that implants are fair game, at least for strength, because, oh my good lord, please let me put points into strength. That D20 really did not like strength. But it did roll 15 like 5 times, which would have been strength had I had like a D21. And there's one more thing we have to do before we can do anything else, and that is to take these strange red pills. This is how we randomize all of the skill checks. So there's 3 options. This randomizes them slightly, this randomizes them a little bit more, and this randomizes every one of them from 0 to 100. That's what we're doing. Now, this randomizes all of the skill checks that are in the game right now, meaning that it's not like they're going to get re-rolled every single time I reload an area or whatever. That skill check is still that skill check, just like it is in the base game, except now I'm going to have to actually initiate the skill check in order to know what that check is. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to do the tutorial section real quick just because, well, I kind of want the experience for killing a couple of these, couple of the geckos. Just a little bit of the experience.
And try to hit
Bam.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight.
Bam.
Try crouching down and
Bam.
shot.
There are no rules that say you can't stand right next to it to shoot them. Oh, good. She has a gun. Oh, that's good. She has a riot shotgun, it looks like. Because I've done a few tests of this mod with the randomizing all of the enemy weapons. Both times I did it, she died in the gunfight with the powder gangers because she ran into my weapon that I was firing. Except the second time didn't count because the game crashed, so I had to reload. Because I was afraid if she had a melee, I was actually really thinking about reloading her. Because I can reload her inventory. Bam. Next one. Bam. But instead, I go save the Good Spring Settler, and then you take on the other ones. You have a combat shot. No, you have a riot shotgun. You should be fine. Where's the lady fighting the... You're kidding me. The Good Spring Settler killed all the geckos. Alright, well, let's go kill the geckos that are up here, I guess. What weapon does she have? Normally, she has like a meat cleaver or something. But if she's got like a really good gun, we need her for Ghost Town Gunfight. One of the 2 times, I don't know what weapon she had the first time, she was killed. But the other time, she was fighting them with her fist. Because occasionally, they can get things like satchel charges. Or one time, a weapon binding ritual, which isn't a weapon. I feel like that might be a miscalculation on the mod's part. But I didn't make the mod, so I don't know. Let's see. Oh, she got a full-on power. Like
Hey there. Holy moly.
some variant of the power fist. And I like how she's like, thanks for saving me. I mean, no.
Now that was some good work.
Alright, I'm done with the tutorial. That's the only thing I wanted. Ooh! She has a laser rifle. I definitely want to try and convince Trudy. She has a laser rifle.
Well,
we'll
you've been
see.
causing quite a stir.
So the one thing that isn't randomized in this game are these pop-up ones. These are always the same. The mod creator didn't randomize these. They just randomized the ones that are in the dialogue options. That's it. So we'll repair her radio, and we'll come over here, and then tell her that I fixed the radio.
Yeah.
I think he missed this one because every time it's been barter 20. So I think he may have missed this one.
Now,
There's a lot.
spending
It's
some-
okay. I'm okay with that kind of guarantee, especially because I might as well take my 7 charisma and use it for something, you know?
That's close enough.
You have a bumper
Who are
sword.
you, and what do you want with me?
I'm not an enemy. There's a man named Joe Cobb looking for you. I'll go talk to Sonny. Bye. Yeah, Ghost Town Gunfight's the most interesting, I think, fight in this entire mod. Because you just never know who's going to have what. Did you pass me, Sonny Smiles? Sonny, we need to talk.
Hi there. Sticking around.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm taking on the power gangers. Alright, so, bye. Alright, so before we talk to any of them, I am going to make a quick trip down to Prim really fast to maybe get a new weapon. But also, I want to see, before we do anything else, I also want to see what he has on him, weapon-wise. He has a Yao Guai gauntlet, I think. And also, just to be clear, when I was doing my playtesting, I was doing it on very easy mode, so like, they weren't doing that much damage to me, even though I was doing the same amount of damage I'm going to be doing in this run. And also, I didn't get very far in the game either time I did it. You may be wondering why I didn't install the New Vegas randomizer mod, the one that randomizes like everything in the game, and that's because you can't pick and choose what you want randomized. And like, I want all the people to look like the people. Also, I didn't randomize any of the doors, as you may have noticed. That's a separate mod, but it is still a very popular mod. But I watched John from Miniature Nerd do that, and no thank you. Like, it was funny to watch him get lost and stuck, but I would have gotten really frustrated with that, so no. So I'm not going to use, like, frag mines or other explosives, even if they're... Unless I have to, because it's the weapon that one enemy spawned in with, instead of, like, a group of enemies. You know, but even then, I'm not going to use too many explosives. So I'm going to throw in 3 frag mines, those 3 frag mines, and hopefully they'll take out or at least injure some of the powder gangers, make it a little bit easier. And now we get to play the fun game of find out what we can actually get on our side. Okay, you're first.
Howdy. What can you...
You got dynamite? I need dynamite, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's a hard no. We will not have dynamite because that is 76. And there's no way I can get it up to 76 without, like, not doing this right now. I mean, obviously, I could come back when I had 76 explosives. But then that's putting a lot of points into explosives. Chet, you have a knife spear. And he's fight the thing. And nope, because that is an 89 barter. So this is not going to go well because they won't have armor. They're just going to wear their regular clothes. What does this guy have weapon-wise? Well, that's worrisome. He has a sonic emitter. He doesn't have it equipped, but he has the sonic emitter. Can he use the sonic emitter, or is he going to fall victim to the powder gangers like everyone else is? Except maybe Sunny Smiles. She has a shotgun.
Welcome back. I have...
Blah, blah, blah. Bandits. Okay, so I'm thinking this may not have been randomized either, but also I can't remember in my other playthroughs if it was, or if it's just a coincidence because I think it's 30. And truly, it could be a coincidence. It's unlikely, but it's possible. But the barter one I know for sure that we already experienced, the barter one that we experienced already, I know for sure wasn't. We got to get Trudy on our side. She had a laser rifle. Thankfully, with Trudy, we have 2 chances to get her on our side. So, ooh, I leveled up. Okay, so speech 11, finally, some good news. You should help take down the powder gangers.
I was planning on sitting this...
Yeah, I'm not letting you sit out with your laser rifle. So I'm going to be putting speech up every single level a little bit at a time until we get to speech 100. Because I'm pretty sure speech is the most common, like, skill used in the speech checks. So getting that to 100 would be very important. Then we know we can pass all the speech checks, no matter what the random is. Also, I'm going to be putting up the other weapon skills because, well, we're going to be using a wide variety of weapons. Maybe not explosives, but the rest of them. So we don't have much here at level 2. So I'm going to take Lady Killer. It's not going to help us against the powder gangers, but still going to take Lady Killer. So we got Trudy at least. That's good news. I would have loved the dynamite, and way more importantly, I would have loved the armor for the citizens of Good Neighbor, Good Springs, really, Ricky. Wrong game.
So what's going on? Did Sunny agree to help us?
Sunny is with us.
Well, I get...
Blah, blah, blah. Let's do this. Turn around. Let's go. The one time, Ringo had an anti-material rifle. And it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, well, I think we're going to be fine then. Oh, I was going to get a weapon while we were there in Prim. I was going to kill the convicts that were outside. Oh, well, I may take one of these guys' weapons off of them. Ow. Okay. Remember when I said I had a mod that made 3 times damage? Yep, this is it. Okay. Well, there's another sonic emitter. I didn't do any of this. I literally killed none of them. Oh, he had the full-on Fist of Rar. Okay. Now we have a choice to make.
I owe you a huge...
You're welcome, blah, 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 whatever. Now we have a choice to make. I have to pick one of these weapons to use. And it's important to remember that I shouldn't pick a weapon just because, oh, I really like this weapon. Because that does not mean I'm going to get to keep using that weapon, you know? So, we have 2 brush guns, which requires a gun skill of 100 and a strength of 6. So, it seems like not a good idea. We have Fist of Roar, which is an unarmed skill. Wow, that's bad. The plasma pistol might be my best option for right now. So I got a plasma pistol, which is, for whatever reason, in full condition. I noticed this about the mod. Occasionally, the weapons are in full condition. Occasionally, they're not. It's plasma pistol because I don't have any other option. I don't have any better option at this point, skill-wise. And strength-wise, strength is only going to get up to 4, and I can lower the strength requirements by 2 with a perk. Strength of 3 might screw us over just a little bit with some of these weapons. So now I'm going to put all of the weapons that I can't sell to him right now in here. And that's going to be the Bank of James, basically. We'll go back here to get it. I don't know if these dumpsters reset. If they do, oh well, who cares? I'm still going to get more weapons. So that's the random run. It will probably not be as long as some of the other runs I've done, potentially. But also, I'm thinking we might do the DLCs. I didn't do the DLCs last time we did the challenge run, so we might do them this time. And if that's the case, this might be going on for a while. This has been Fallout New Vegas. Thank you for watching, and come back soon for more Fallout New Vegas.